baby. Don't get it twisted. You was just another nigga on the hit list. Tryna fix any issues with a bad bitch. Didn't tell you that I was a savage. Fuck your white horse and a carriage. But you never could imagine. Never thought you could have.
Welcome back to COSMEHOLICS Anonymous. I am your favorite girl about vintage, and today's video is of course a Botox segment. So these are old questions that I received a while ago. If you sent me a question like within this week, it's not gonna be in this video. I'm telling y'all that from now. The second last Botox I posted, I got so many emails from then until now that I'm just really overwhelmed. So yeah, let's just get into it, okay? Another thing I want to say is if you do plan to email me for Botox, please keep it to a 100 word. I think 100 words might even be too many. Just give me give me the main points of your story and then ask me what you need to ask me, because obviously these videos are getting longer and longer and longer, and honestly recording, editing, and uploading a video that is like 50 minutes long is so tedious. I would actually like to keep these videos to, I guess, a half an hour max, but I understand that y'all got a lot on your chest and need to get it out, but please just keep it to a minimum so that it's easier for me to edit. So all these questions are like from February, and it's not done yet. Okay, so this first question, I'm just gonna insert the clips because it is a little lengthy, and quite frankly I just tried to read it and couldn't, so you know, I'm just gonna put it in right here and y'all can read it for yourselves. Okay, so this one's pretty easy. Like, if somebody has a girlfriend, just leave the situation alone. Like, don't even entertain it, because he's clearly a little bit of a player and a flirt, and if you aren't really interested in the first place, like, it's kind of pointless to even pursue it. He may be flirting a lot, but the fact that he's flirted with your friends beforehand is a sign in itself. You need to just not even fuck with this little fuck boy and just keep it the fuck pushing, because I'm pretty sure there's somebody else. First of all, let's address the fact that he's 17 and in the same grade as you when you're 2 years younger than him. Like, no, we don't fuck with dumb boys. So get your life, honey. Something is really bothering this eye. Hey Bo, so I was wondering if I could get your opinion or thoughts on this. I'm 23 and I've never been in a real relationship, and I'm still a virgin. My type of bitch. Hello, congratulations, stay a virgin until you're married. Yes. Okay, I was a late bloomer. I never really cared for guys. Also, I would always move around a lot, so I never bothered to catch feelings for anyone or get close with anyone because I knew I would be gone soon. However, I have really come into my own over the past couple of years. For a while now, my friends have been teasing me about not having a boyfriend, being single, and telling me I need D in my life. I didn't care much, but it's starting to get to me lately. So I decided to be more open and talk to more guys. I can meet a guy anywhere, school, library, mall, work, club, through friends, etc. But they all end up being an ain't shit, but when we gon' chill type fuck boys, lol. I can't. I don't think I'm a prude, to be honest. I think I'm a freak, lol. But I would at least like to be taken on a date instead of come over and watch Netflix. I take my series seriously, and they will always be watching the dumbest shit. Ugh. I'm trying to listen to the advice my friends give me, but I don't want to sacrifice my standards or my values, and you shouldn't. They would rather do things with their boyfriends or couple friends. Some of them have been dating their significant other for almost a year, and I've never met them. I'm graduating university this year, so I was thinking of moving to a different city. I have been thinking about this for a while now, but what do you think about moving to a bigger city for a fresh start and a better chance at dating? Thanks, XOXO. X. Okay, boo. First of all, congratulations on making it to 23 and not having sex with a fuckboy. Congratulations on that. Your friends are very wrong to one, be teasing you about not having a boyfriend, because just because your standards are hella high doesn't mean that you need to be like settling for less. Like, you don't have to settle just because other people say so. So don't think like that. Like, you don't have to put your standards lower. You don't have to do none of that. What you want is what you want, and what you want is most likely what you deserve. So do not change that about yourself. Just keep being you and keep doing you. Like, don't be worrying about what your friends have to say, because at the end of the day, when it's fucking, what, 4 years from now and they're no longer with their fucking significant other that they were fucking all this time, they got mouths on their vagina. So it's just like, and you're gonna be there like, well, I'm a virgin, so you know. But honestly, I tell you guys all the time, like, I wish I was still a virgin. Like, if I didn't lose my virginity at 16, hopefully I would have held on to it for dear motherfucking life. Like, I held on as long as I could, but then I wanted to be a little thought. So I personally think that you don't need dick in your life. When there's 100 naughty stores, like, go to a naughty store and buy a fucking vibrator. You don't even need a fucking boyfriend if you have a vibrator. Like, honest to God, go get yourself a toy, okay, and play with your kitty cat. Okay, that's what you gotta do, because it's just like, you know, there's a way around everything. And so you don't need to worry about finding a boyfriend and finding somebody to hook up with, because it's unnecessary and boys are drama. So I would say just stick to yourself. I definitely agree with moving to a new city, especially if your friends are being dicks about you being a virgin. And I don't really understand how you haven't met their significant others when they've been together for that amount of time. Like, that's a little crazy to me. Maybe you was just a baddie. Like, maybe you're like a super hot bitch and your friends are jealous and they don't want you to meet their man, because their men are gonna look at you and they probably have told their boyfriends that you are a virgin. And so, you know, men are dogs, okay? So in everybody else's eyes, you're like an angel. So I personally think that a fresh start would be good, but don't like take the fresh start and be confused by new people that you meet, because that can happen. You can move to a new city and there could be a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing, or you might find a guy in a new city and he may be or seem to be the greatest guy in the world, and it turns out that he's just another fuckboy like the men that you described in this email. So take your time wisely and go to the sex store and buy your ass a vibrator if you haven't already. It only takes one person to turn your ass out. So if you believe right now that if you think right now that you're a freak, you probably the fuck are, because people don't just think that. Like, you probably are a freak, and it's gonna take the right person to bring that side out of you. So I would just say to chill and keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about what anybody has to say, because at the end of the day, it's your vagina, okay? And you don't need to put mouths on it at all. Stay a virgin. That's actually funny that you say that to me, because when I was in high school, I had a friend that, she didn't go to my high school, but like we were super close, and she was a virgin and she was older than me. And when I was just like she kept having like close encounters, and then it would never happen. And like, I would always be like telling her exactly what your friends are telling you. But now that I think about that, I'm like, no, I was just corrupted. Like, I was a corrupted little individual. Like, no, do not have sex, okay? And you guys really think I'm joking when I say that, but I legit mean don't have sex. Like, don't. Like, if I tell Shooter tomorrow that I'm finna be celibate, he better be ride or die celibate too. Hello. Hey, Bo, I've been really stressed lately. Hell to the nah. I was about to read this and it's long as fuck. Like, no, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, we got a repeat offender, honey. We got a repeat offender. Hey, Bo, again. So I had emailed you about this guy a while ago, about how I had lost my virginity to him and he blocked me, etc. You were right. He has contacted me again, but the thing is that he said I had to be nice with him, and so do my friends, otherwise he'll do something worse than he already had previously. Before contacting me, he had spread my nudes and told everyone what we did. Legit every little detail. What in the motherfuck? Okay. Anyways, he told me if I weren't nice to him and his friends that he would do something worse, which scares me given he has a lot on me because I trusted him and told him stuff I didn't want most people at my school to know. Now I'm forced to talk to him. I really don't want to because this guy is literally just such a fucking douche. Like, seriously. I'm just really clueless of what to do at this point because I don't want to talk to him or have anything to do with him, but at the same time he isn't giving me that option. What should I do, Bo? Her name is Amber. Okay, Amber. Okay, boo boo. You're in a little bit of a pickle here. I personally think that you should, I guess, play it cool, play a little nice until you guys can come to some sort of understanding or agreement. But hopefully you learned from this, and what you learn is that you can't trust everybody, especially not with your secrets or your innermost deepest thoughts. Like, you can't tell everybody and anybody those things. And I get that you trusted him at the time and that's why you shared it with him, but you never know how people are gonna turn on you. And that's why I'm really guarded. And like, I don't think there's one person on this earth that knows every one of my secrets. Like, bitch, you ain't finna give me, like, especially after growing up watching Bad Girls Club, I learned that people will take your vulnerability and they will use it against you. They will take things that you told them in confidence and use it against you, trying to hurt you, and those are not people you want to be around. So I get that you don't want to talk to him, but at the same time, if you told him something that you feel that he's going to share with other people, if he hasn't already, then definitely just play it cool, be nice to him, and give him whatever casual conversation he wants. But in the same breath, like, I kind of want to tell you to say fuck it, and whatever he chooses to do is what he chooses to do. It's not going to be the end of the world. If you told him, unless I really don't have an idea of what you might have said to him that he could use against you, but in my mind, I'm feeling like, or I'm thinking that you're thinking whatever it is that he could say is worse than it actually is. So I don't know. If it were me in the situation, I would say fuck it. I would just make it be known. Whatever it is, I would have just, I don't know, I would make a Facebook status. I would put it out there on the fucking internet so everybody knows. That way he has nothing, like, if you expose yourself kind of thing, he can expose you and you don't have to have that tie to him. But it's really your call. You can either do that, and that, like, obviously it doesn't have to be Facebook, but whatever it is that you don't want him to share. I mean, he leaks your fucking news. People seen your private parts, so I don't think it really gets worse than that unless you have, like, unless, like, you're, I don't know, you have some crazy sexually transmitted disease and he's gonna tell people, but I doubt that's the issue. In my opinion, I would expose myself. Whoever wants to judge me for it can fucking judge me for it, but at the end of the day, at least I get to cut my ties with the fuckboy. That's basically it. If you can't sit down and have a mature conversation with him and be like, look, I get your frustration with me, I'm frustrated with you, but I really don't want to continue this, and I don't want to have to play nice with you when you and I don't get along. You already hurt me once. I mean, there's not much more damage you can do, so whatever you want to do, you can go ahead and do it. I'm fucking done. I'm finito. Like, get the fuck away from me. And if he does it, then he does it, and it's not going to be the end of the world. It's going to suck for a little while, but it's not going to be the end of the world. You will be able to deal with it. Unless, like, you told him, like, that you murdered somebody, and he knows, like, you just better play nice, honey. You don't want nobody knowing that. And on the topic of nudes, you guys, don't send your nudes to people. Don't fucking do it. Unless you take the best, like, a lot of people, when people's nudes get leaked, the pictures are always ratchet as fuck. Like, the background's dirty, or like the nudes are just disgusting, or your vagina looks nasty. Like, do not send your nudes unless it looks like a work of fucking art. And that way, if it does get leaked, you're just like a trending topic on Twitter, but they're not saying bad things about you. But don't be sending your nudes, especially not to fucking people that are not your boyfriend, people that are not your girlfriend. Don't send your nudes. Like, it's just better just if you don't send them, because you don't want to get exposed, okay? Hey Bougie, you can call me London. Hey London. Anyway, there's this guy I used to talk to while I was in my last year of high school, but we were never official. He wanted to be official, but he let me know he was going to live in Seattle for a while, and I was not down for the long distance. And during our time together, maybe 4 months of talking, I can't say I was all the way into him. I believe he still lives there now, but also comes back to Toronto. We parted ways, and that was the end of that. In my second year of university now, and he told me to hit him up in February. He told me to hit him up on Facebook in October 2015. By the way, I haven't been with anyone else since. I immediately had a bunch of thoughts like, why now? What took so long? Blah, blah, blah. I never hit him up, and I can't stop thinking about it. Like, I'm having dreams of us together, but it's March now, and I feel like it's too late. Is it too late to get back together, or let him know I want to give him another chance because he feels rejected, and I don't know what to do? I can't tell if I'm just lonely, or should I let it go? Regret sucks. However, there were many things that turned me off while we were together. Every date we went on, to Jack Astor, then the movies. This sounds like you dated my fucking boyfriend. I can't even deal. He made me wait for him at least 30 to 45 minutes. Then he basically tells me he's a nympho, which was a little weird for me because he was only, which is a little weird for me, but he was only being honest. He was a really sweet guy though, and I could see us being in a long-term thing somehow. Plus, he was packing some. Okay, Hansi. Oh, okay. I ain't mad at you. Love you. Okay, love you too. And she's like, just wanted to add that me and this guy are 4 years apart. I'm 19, he's 23. So even if I was to go back to him, he would definitely be trying to settle down in a relationship. But I don't even know what I want, and I don't want to waste his time.
If she ain't fucking, she got to go. Tell her don't waste my time.
Yo, okay. So, if that's the case, well, first of all, I don't know no 23-year-old men that are trying to settle down. But if he is, I mean, kudos to him. Where do I start with this? Okay. Long distance, I don't do it. I don't agree with it. I think it's crazy. Some people make it work, but I'm just thinking, like, how the fuck? How do you have that much trust in you to make it work? Then again, niggas that sleep in your bed will cheat on you anyway. So it doesn't really matter where the fuck they're located on the earth. The point is that shit happens, okay? I think that you should hit him up. I'm sorry if I'm like, maybe you already did, because this email is from March 3rd. You should hit him up, see what you like, see if the fire is still there, because even though you had those thoughts because he messaged you, that's normal. Anytime, like, if an ex is to message you, you're gonna have those thoughts. So it's just like, I don't know. You should test the waters and see. I mean, if you guys didn't end on a bad note, like, there's nothing really to lose here if you do message him and link up with him, just to see where things could go. You never know. The whole nympho thing, I had a guy tell me something along those lines a while ago, and I was turned off by it. I was just like, ew, because we weren't even like that. And he was asking me about ecstasy. Like, he was asking me if I had tried any other drugs before, and other than weed. And I was just like, no. And so the conversation was random to begin with. But he messaged me out the blue and was talking to me about ecstasy, and was saying that he used to be on it like it was a regular thing, and that he was addicted to sex, or that he's a sex addict. And I was just like, boy, bye. Like, don't message me, please. Like, I was just so grossed out. I was like, please, like, no. So the whole nympho thing, I don't know, that's up to you. If you was a little freak leak, then maybe you could get with the program. But if he is a nympho, he may want more from you than you can actually give, okay? You may not be able to please him sexually 100% if he is a nympho and you are not. I also agree with you when you say that you don't want to waste his time. That's the worst thing that anybody can do with somebody, is waste their time. Don't waste my time. Like, I'm big on time wasting. I don't do it. Like, please don't do it. Don't waste my time. I don't want to waste your time either. If you feel like he is ready to settle down and you don't know what you want, you have to make that very clear to him, just so that the playing field is fair. If you do pursue something with him and he does turn out to be serious, at least he knows that you're not sure if you can do that. You know, you're 19, there's a lot more means that you could be missing out on, and you really never know. So I don't think it's gonna hurt anybody to take the plunge or try out to see where it can go, if it's going to go anywhere. But I'm pretty sure you will find that out early on. It's not going to take you like, I don't know, 5 years to realize that this ain't it. The best thing for you to do in this situation is just be open with him and let him know that even though you hit him up and you kind of want to see where things are going to go, if he's ready to settle down right this minute, then he's gonna have to give you time to figure that out. And if you can't figure it out, then you guys are gonna have to part ways. But like, you'll cross that bridge when you get there. Just be open with him and tell him that you're not sure what you want, but definitely hit him up. Like, if you guys didn't end on a bad note, there's no reason to not hit him up. I recently got a job about 2 months ago at this store. To me, everyone seems fake. Must be retail. I didn't feel welcome when I first started, and I still don't feel welcome at all. At certain points, I feel as if they're using me because they need the extra hand. I got used to some of the colleagues because they were around my age somewhat, 20 plus. For some weird reason, I suppose every time I'm doing something wrong with the machine or call for backup or help, they complain and tell one of the colleagues. Okay, that's fucking whack. That's really annoying. What I hate about the situations are that this colleague doesn't mention any of this to me. I've had this problem so many times working in fucking retail. It used to drive me insane. Do not go above. First of all, I don't care. Like, I don't care if you are a supervisor and I'm just a fucking cashier. Don't go above me and fucking tell whoever is working above you or complain about me. Like, how about you come and tell me first so that I can try to adjust the situation, address the situation. I get that some people are like shysty when it comes to that. Like, some people are not comfortable confronting people, and so they rather do it through the correct way, but the correct way is really annoying. At the end of the day, we're all employees and you're not a fucking manager. So how about you come and tell me what I'm doing is wrong, so that I can try to do better. Don't just go above me and then the manager has to come talk to me. Like, it's really fucking annoying. Anyway, let me read this because they sugarcoat it. All it said is that I need to do this, that, and the third. Of course, I put 2 and 2 together to figure out what the fuck they were talking about without them telling me directly. I can't stress it enough how it gets under my skin, but I don't show it until I'm out of the building. I'm pretty sure I can't trust any of them at all because they basically talk about me behind about many other shit also, as if I wasn't going to hear it back. I know for a fact that I'm not fake for still communicating with these people outside of the job. So what the fuck am I supposed to do every day? I walk in there and miserable as shit. At least talk me out of not trying to fight a bitch. Okay, don't put hands on nobody, okay? That is not worth it, okay? Because you already know, if you put hands on somebody at work, like, they call the police and they do all kinds. It's not like a street fight where everybody kind of just scatters. Don't put hands on anybody. It's not worth it. At the end of the day, there's 100 jobs. You can get a new job if you want to. The best, when I was going through my stress at work, I would always, before I went to work, I would always smoke a J, okay? Because I really could not deal with the cattiness and the bullshit of the fucking job that I told you guys about where I got the fucking manager to quit. I could not deal. I would always smoke before I went to work, and that's when I used to smoke a lot, but I don't smoke anymore. I'm not advising you to smoke, but if you do smoke, then I would suggest smoking before you go to work. If you don't smoke, then fucking woos, like, you need therapy, honey. Like, you need to just tell yourself you're gonna have a good day, first of all. And then don't let those little petty things get to you, because no matter where you go, no matter where you work, there's always going to be somebody there that's, 1, against you, and 2, pissing you the fuck off. and I learned that shit the very hard way. I've had job after job after job, and there's always been somebody there that I just can't motherfucking stand, or that somebody that can't stand me, and we're just constantly bumping heads. And because of that, that's why I've had so many jobs, because I didn't like the environment that I was in, which is fair. I mean, you can do that, but at the same time, it's like, oh, the way it looks on a resume is that I can't keep a job, but in reality it's just that I don't tolerate certain behaviors, and I don't tolerate idiots. So it's just like, if I want to leave, I want to leave. So in terms of dealing with people in life, you're just gonna have to suck it up. Like, you just have to deal with people. If you need your coin, you're gonna fucking suck it up. You're gonna put on a fake ass customer service smile, and you're going to deliver. You're gonna perform at work because you have to. You have to make a living for yourself. You have to get your coin, get your money, get paid, get laid. Like that. Those are the things that you gotta do. Maybe not the get laid part, but you know, you gotta get paid. And so it's best if you just stick it out for as long as you have to. And that's what I did with the last job, the job that I told you guys about. I stuck that job out until I was able to find another job. And when I found the other job and I started working the other job, and then I quit my job. Don't just up and quit your job before you have a backup. That's one of the dumbest thing that people tend to do, is they quit their job but they don't have another job to go to. Like, what is the fucking point of that? That is just dumb as fuck. Like, don't ever do that. Like, that is actually stupid. If they're just using you to fill in where they can, I mean, get in where you fit in, boo. Like, there's nothing you can really do about that unless you're willing to go look for another job. So until you find another job, then unfortunately you're just gonna have to deal with the people. The best thing that you can do is ignore the bullshit. Try to do your job to the best of your ability. And okay, this is one thing that happened to me too, when I was dealing with a situation where the girls would like complain about what I was doing. Like when you're in your first 3 months of probation, like if the other people that you're working with are complaining to your manager, and your manager has to come subliminally tell you how to do this and how to do that, rather than the person just saying it to you, you should address the person and let them know, be like, look, I get protocol, I understand it, but if you have an issue, if there's something that I'm not doing right, can you please let me know before you go and step to my manager about it? Like, it doesn't make any sense for you to do that, because it's really irritating me, and I don't like that. And if you don't want to say it to her, then you can definitely say it to your manager. I've done that before. I told my manager, I said, look, if somebody has an issue with the way things are being done, because you're obviously coming to talk to me because somebody else says something to you, if that's the case, can you please kindly let them know that they can come and talk to me first. If you want me to do something, I have no problem doing it, especially if I'm doing it wrong. I would like to know, but I don't want you to have to come talk to me about it, because I feel like that person is being sneaky. I feel like that person is trying to get me in trouble, and that may not be their intent, but that's just how I feel. And personally, I would appreciate if the person would talk to me first before going to talk to you. If the problem persists, then they can go ahead and talk to you, because they tried to address me about it and I didn't fix it, or I didn't understand what they said, and I need somebody above them to talk to me. That's all you have to say. Less attitude though, because you know I was very sassy just now, a little bit too sassy if you ask me. So I think that's basically it. Ignore the bullshit, get your coin, and mind your business. Me and all my friends are into partying and such, so obviously for my 15th birthday excuse me, we decided to throw a party. I know 15-year-olds shouldn't be partying. Shh. What kind of party y'all doing? Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to go to Bible study. A bunch of people showed up, and I met this guy who was a senior at my school. He is 18. Oh God. I don't think that I want to read the rest of this. I'm just going to say that. I don't think I want to know where this is going. He could tell most of my attention was on him, and because of that, he started hitting me up afterwards. He is a motherfucking, say it with me, you guys. He is a tiger. Tiger. Why are you looking at 15-year-olds? You're fucking 18. You're about to leave high school. Why are you looking at 15-year-old gyal? Okay. Okay. I thought he was cute or whatever, but your girl doesn't waste her time on boys. Yes, this is what. Yes, my stuff is. Yes, okay, boo. He was being super nice all the time, and he would bring me pizza to my house when I was upset and shit like that. Oh. Where was he when I was in high school? You know pizza is life, honey. Where was he when I was in high school? Because nobody was bringing my ass pizza. We were talking for about a month and a half, and one night I went out to hang out with him. We ended up getting really fucking high and driving around until he started making moves on me, and I guess I didn't stop him. Lord God. This was going really well. I was really excited, and then I just got sad. He knew I was a virgin, and some shit happened, and we ended up doing the nasty. Are you guys not paying attention? Do not have sex. Like, don't do it. Like, oh God. It wasn't a big deal at the time to me because I was high. He has never talked to me since, and I see him everywhere in school, and it sucks so much, and whenever I see him I have really bad anxiety attacks where I can't breathe, and it draws unwanted attention towards me. I am also super good friends with his 16-year-old brother, and it is hard to be around him. Just need help getting over this whole situation and moving on. This is a doozy. This is why I tell you guys, don't fucking lose your virginities, especially not in situations like this. Like, he had a motive from the jump. He wanted to have sex with you, and we know this because why were you guys just high driving around in a fucking car? Why was his eyes on you? Like, why did he approach you knowing that you were 16? I mean, knowing that you're 15. These boys are just so fucked up. Like, and I'm not saying, because you know there's gonna be some person commenting saying that I can't blame just the guy. Yes, the fuck I can blame him. He's fucking older, he knows better, and he took advantage of a 15-year-old girl. He got her high and fucking fucked her and then didn't speak to her after that. And as young women, we are always going to be, as women, we are vulnerable beings. Like, and I don't mean to say that, and like, if that's sexist, then so fucking be it. We are vulnerable. That is what we are. We don't think with our vaginas. Like, we don't do that. That's not how we, like, we don't operate like that. Whereas men, some men do. So it hurts me to know that people take advantage of us. Like, I've definitely been taken advantage of before, and it's not okay. I think that the reason it bothers you so much is because, well, I tell you guys this all the time. When you have sex with somebody, it's not just a physical thing. Whether you're sober or not, it is not just a physical thing. Your soul is connected to this person for the rest of your fucking life. So however many people, let me explain it to you this way. Say Billy and Sally have sex, okay? Billy and Sally are virgins. They have sex. They break up. Sally goes and fucks Tommy. That means that Tommy has now had sex with Sally and fucking Jimmy. Is that what I called the first boy? And then, so that means that Tommy's soul is connected to not just Sally's, but it's connected to Jimmy's as well. So however many people that you have had sex with, it's not even the freaking right number, because however many people they had sex with before you, that number is added to your number, and people don't understand it. And the reason that is so is because it is a soul thing. Sex is a soul connection. It is not just physical. It's not just pussy and vagina, or pussy and vagina, oh my god. It's not just dick and pussy. Like, it is a soul, a deep connection that most of us don't even understand it. And so when you have sex with somebody, you don't know who else you're letting into, especially if you guys are not both virgins. Like, say this fucking 8-year-old boy who is probably not a virgin, probably was not a virgin when he took your virginity, he's had sex with however many girls, and now all those people are a part of you. Some of those people are evil, some of those people are really nice, some of those people are fucking crazy, but all those people are now connected to you forever. It's it's not just about being connected to him forever. You're connected to everybody that he's ever slept with forever. People don't seem to get that. And that's why I stress to you guys to not have sex with everybody, anybody, and not to have sex fucking period until the day that you're supposed to get married, or the day that you are your wedding day. That is why I stress the whole no sex thing. There's honestly no way to like actually get over somebody, and I say this in every one of my videos because I'm just, the only thing that will heal you from that is time. If you're having anxiety attacks because you're seeing this person, it's because they have fucked with your fucking brain, and you had like, I could not imagine having sex with somebody and they stopped talking to me. Like, it happened once and they stopped talking to me. I would be like, oh my god, what is wrong with me? Like, I would be freaking out. I would be having anxiety attacks too. So I totally understand why you're having anxiety attacks. But I think, first of all, because you're 15 years old and this boy is 18, that means that he statutory raped you. I think that he knows that you are young, that you are, I think he knows what he did was wrong, and that's probably why he's not talking to you, because he don't want to look like a tiger. At this point, there's nothing you can do, so there's no point for you to waste energy on it or him. And as far as anxiety attacks go, you need to just tell yourself it's not the end of the world. Hopefully this was just something that you learned from. Don't put yourself in positions where you're alone, especially with older boys or older men. Don't put yourself in positions where you're alone with them, because you never know what could happen. Some people are just psycho crazy killers and are looking for their next victim to murder. Like, so it's not even just a sexual thing. Like, don't put yourself in any position where you're going to be, where you could potentially be vulnerable. Maybe he's waiting till you're like older so he could talk to you, but I think that he personally just knows what he did was wrong. And unless like unless your box wasn't up to par, well, he took your virginity, no? Yes. Have you tried talking to him? If you haven't tried talking to him, I think you should probably message him. You should go talk to him and just be like, you're a fucking tool. Not necessarily to find out why he's not talking to you, but just to let him know that it's not cool. Like, you know, usually like, we don't have to be friends. What happened. Be cool, honest with him, and just be like, you took my virginity and you don't talk to me. I don't want to be in a relationship with you or anything like that, but I would feel a lot better about myself if you would fucking say hi to me at least. Acknowledge me. Don't act like I don't. Because at the end of the day, I almost feel like you took advantage of me, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because that's exactly what it was. And now you don't speak to me, and I'm not going to say, like, I'm not going to say that I'm hurting about it, but I will let you know that I don't think that it's fair, and I don't think that it's right that you, knowing that I was a virgin, you still pursued me, you took my virginity, and now you don't have a peep to say to me. Like, I think you should just actually be open with him, whether it's on fucking, if you message him on Facebook, obviously not on his wall, if you message him on Facebook, or if you see him and you just be like, can I talk to you for a second, and let him know. And then you never know, maybe he feels like you don't talk to him. Maybe it's just like a miscommunication. Even though I think that this nigga is way too old for you, I would still suggest that you talk to him, because at the end of the day, y'all's connected anyway. So you might as well just see what's really good. That's the best advice I have for you. Yeah, you gotta talk to him, because I personally couldn't do it. I would have already said something. I don't know how you haven't. Okay, so the next one is, hey girl, I love your channel. Thanks, boo. She says, so I need some advice. I'm black and Mexican. I've recently entered into an interracial relationship with a white guy. This past Friday, we were all hanging around our mutual friends at his house, just vibing and listening to music, singing along. So the next track to play is Marvin's Room by Drake, and that's my song. So you know I was the first to bust out when the beat when the beat dropped. I love you, whoever you are, I love you. But As we were all singing, the part where the song goes, "Fuck that nigga you love so bad" comes on. And guess who was the loudest and most enthusiastic to sing? My boyfriend. Girl. This is a sticky one. I wonder if Shooter's gonna watch this. Because he's asleep right now. That's why you don't hear no click, 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 click. His ass sleep. Anyway, so me and my two girls that were with me all looked at each other at the same time. Like, I know he did it. I look at him and give him the most stank look known to mankind. He goes, "What?" I say, "You know what? You said nigga." He says, "What's the big deal? It's just lyrics to a song." This is just like what happened in Bad Girls Club. Oh my gosh. It's not like I was calling you one. So I flip the fuck out and pretty much tell him that I'm not okay with that. He tells me I'm blowing it out of proportion, and it ain't even that serious. I was so mad at how he didn't see from my point of view. It was unacceptable. I just grabbed my shit and bounced. Since then, he's been blowing up my phone, but I can't deal with him right now. What do you think I should do? You have to talk to him. You have to. I know you're in an interracial relationship, so what's your perspective on this? How would you deal if this was your boyfriend? I'm gonna have to no shade, no tea to myself, honey. I can't involve myself with this one. Side note, I am not comfortable, nor do I put up with people who are not black, including non-black people of color, so I guess brown folk, saying nigga. He knows this because prior to us becoming a couple, we've had many serious talks as friends on things like race and culture, which is one of the reasons we can vibe so well. And he knows that's something I do not condone. He's even seen me flip out on people in class who say it freely. So he knows I ain't with the bullshit. Okay, I think that there's a lot of different kinds of white people. I don't like talking about these things on my channel. It's just like last week's BOETALKS with the use of the T word. It gets fucking sticky and controversial, and I really don't want nobody coming from my jugular because I'm just not in the mood. But I think that there's a lot of different types of white people, and we have to deal with it or deal with them accordingly. There are people, not even just white people, there are lots of different folk. Okay, white, Asian, brown, and by brown I mean like Indian, Pakistani, all those, okay? If your boyfriend knows how you feel about the situation because of your friendship, because of conversations that you had in the past, then he should already have known that it was not okay. People do, especially white people, they do hear lyrics in the song, whether it's nigga, bitch, hoe, fuck, shit, they like, to them, I've heard countless white people say, but it's just lyrics, but it's just lyrics, but it's just lyrics. I've heard countless people say that, and those people may not be racist, and that's why they feel as though if they are singing along to a song that they shouldn't have to censor the lyrics or change the lyrics. But at the same time, if they know that there's people that are easily offended by those words around them, then they should take that into consideration before they just beep out and say nigga, 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 nigga. Like, it ain't going down like that. So if your boyfriend personally knows that you're not comfortable with the use of the word, unless the person is black, then I mean, he really has no excuse. He really has no excuse. When it comes to Shooter using the nigga word, first of all, actually I'm gonna say that for a story time because it was ridiculous. Shooter wasn't raised by white folk. I really don't want to talk about this, okay, because I don't want nobody coming on here calling me a fucking coon. Shooter doesn't use the word, like, if Shooter's singing along to some fucking Meek Mill and he says the N-word, I'm not gonna beef him about it. At the end of the day, I know where Shooter's heart is. I don't really have an opinion or a care on who the fuck uses a word unless they're fucking coming to me and saying, you fucking nigger bitch. I don't really give a fuck. To each their own. I don't concern myself in other people's business. Like, I only worry about what the fuck is going on around me. If it doesn't affect me directly, I don't have shit to do with it. In this case, it affected you directly. The fact that he's blowing up your phone obviously means that he wants to apologize, or he wants to make it up to you, or you guys have to have a conversation and figure out what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in your relationship. At the end of the day, he's going to have to conform to whatever you want, or the relationship is just not going to work, because you, being a woman of color, you don't have to accept that. You don't have to accept your boyfriend using the N-word in a fucking Lil Wayne song. Like, you don't have to accept that if you don't want to. Your option, you do have options. You don't have to stay with him if you don't want to. If he decides that he is going to sing every single lyric to every single song ever written, and you decide that you don't want to deal with that, then that's definitely something that you can do. But if he's not willing to work with you, and then maybe he's a fucking racist, like, you know what I mean? So obviously, if he's blowing up your phone, then he knows that you guys need to talk, and he probably is sorry, and he probably will get where you're coming from now. At the time, he didn't understand where you were coming from, and he didn't know that he didn't have a pass. So I would definitely say talk to him and get your understanding back. If there is no understanding, then I guess you're gonna have to leave the situation, because every time the N-word comes on in one of your favorite songs, he gonna be singing it and you gonna have a problem. So Shooter's friends, or the people that Shooter used to have, well, Shooter only has black friends, but they used to get mad at him for not using the word. Yeah. For not saying not the N-word, but for not saying nigga. Because, I don't know, Shooter is street as fuck. Like, I don't know. But, like I said, if it doesn't affect me directly, I haven't had an issue with Shooter using the word per se. His family, on the other hand, there's a whole other ball game. A whole other ball game. I got stories for y'all about that. Like, I'm not even gonna think about that right now, because I'm just gonna get fucking upset. But when people get comfortable around you, they feel they can say certain things and you're not gonna get offended, or you're not gonna fucking explode on them, or fucking catch feelings, or people are not racially sensitive. Everybody's not racially sensitive, and especially, you probably live in the States. People in the States definitely are not too racially sensitive, especially when it comes to black folk. So I guess my best advice for you is literally to just talk to him and see where his head's at now. And if he doesn't get now, like, you haven't talked to him for, I'm assuming, well, shit, you messaged me this 7 days ago. If you haven't spoken to him yet and had a conversation with him, I'm sure he obviously will get the message or get the picture. But if he doesn't, it's sayonara to you, my friend. Goodbye for now to you, my friends. Goodbye, farewell, until we meet again. I said goodbye, so long to you, my friends. So that is the end of that. If you do want to participate in Botox, please send me an email to COSMEHOLICSANONYMOUS@gmail.com. On Thursday, I will be dropping the video about the credit and life after high school, being an adult, the shit that sucks in my life. Make sure you stay tuned for that. I do love you all. Thank you so much for subscribing to me, you guys. We are growing at a very, 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 very rapid pace. So I love you. I, like, honest to God, I could not do this shit without you guys. And I know not everybody watching my Botox segments, y'all loved story times, but I just wanted to put that out there. So if you do watch Botox, you know that I love you and I appreciate you guys. And when you guys send me messages, I legit want to cry because you guys tell me so much. And I don't mean Botox messages, I mean like when you guys just message me and say like how I've affected your life, like legit I want to cry right now, but I ain't going to because this makeup is popping and I ain't finna mess it up. So yeah, like I really appreciate each and every single one of you. And if I don't reply to your message either right away or, you know, if I don't reply to you at all, just know that you are legit a part of me and I love you with my entire existence. And I would not be here sitting in this fucking chair if it wasn't for you guys to support me on the other end of the fucking screen. So I fucking love you, and that is just what it is. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.